back. I'm gonna warn you guys right now that probably for our next video we're gonna end up doing some kind of still life because I think still lifes are important. I don't know. I see my hands are moving kind of slow. Let me see if I can get this guy to focus. All right, come on. Don't get all slow on me. Actually, there's a button that does higher resolution, but I don't know. I don't want to mess with it right now. All right. So for today, I should have you guys actually messaging me on these comments. Hey, the next thing we should draw instead of me picking, because it's funny when you're trying to think of stuff. It's like you can't think of anything. But I just saw one of my dog's toys. It's an elephant, so we're gonna give it a whirl with an elephant. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is gonna be, let's say, the elephant head. And we'll make this the elephant body. We're going to make him sitting down. We're going to give him his feet like there. Maybe another one. Let's do another one like right here, right? So we'll round this off because that'll be his foot. Give him a kneecap right there. I'm going to make a couple creases. Make his butt right there. All right. And then we got the foot right here. We're gonna do the same thing, kind of bend it, go like that. And I hope you guys are doing all right out there. I kind of get going because I don't know, I guess I'm just like, I gotta draw, I gotta be cool, I gotta make this happen. But I hope everybody out there is doing all right. I hope you're doing well in school. If you're in school, if you're not in school, I hope I don't know, I hope you're having a good life. And I hope you're drawing and being creative, and this is always a happy place for me, so I'm glad to have you guys along for the ride. So you can see my elephant already taking shape. Before I do any more on the body, I figure we should establish the face because we got a trunk and all that, and I want to make sure that if we finish drawing the body, it doesn't get in the way of the face. So let's go ahead and draw the trunk. And some elephants have a long trunk. We're going to give this guy kind of like a medium, like short, maybe it's just kind of like a short trunk. And we're going to do something like that, and we're going to go up, we're going to go like that, and we're going to make him sneezing because there's so much pollen out here. That's a good idea. Everybody's all sneezing, and it kind of, I kind of drew the trunk like that. And again, I've said this in my other videos, when you're drawing these body parts or any pieces, they got to make sense. And for this guy, you can see how the middle's kind of raising up, and that kind of immediately just made me think sneeze. So, otherwise it would just look silly. You kind of want to make the rest of the body kind of match. And, the trunk is going up, the knees are going up. So now we're going to want to have the hands kind of maybe like going like, like he's about to sneeze. So we'll figure that out in a second. We were talking about giving us enough room for like body parts. Well, I drew this line for the mouth, and I really don't have much room for the horns on an elephant. I think they come out of the mouth, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they come out of the side like an alien. So I guess this guy's just not going to have any husks or horns or whatever those things are called. I should know this. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw these teeth like that and like that. I'm going to have them kind of going like downslope here, and maybe like a little tongue right here, like like he's like kind of gagging, but it's a sneeze. So actually, let's bring these teeth even higher, and I'm going to color in the mouth, get a little ahead of myself. And color in the mouth, darken it up, cause there's a shadow, not much light gets in there. And I promise I won't sing because I'm not much of a singer. Alright, so, we got our eyes. I'm going to shade a little bit under the eyes. Now I got the ears. And this is kind of cool because the ears, I can help be expressive with what's our action here going on. So I'm going to go color in this a little bit more just to make it darker. I'm going to shade that tongue in a little bit more. Shade tongue, and push it back. And then I'm going to darken this. That way the teeth kind of just stick out a little bit. And I'm going to shade the tongue a little bit more. And there we go. And we're going to give this guy like some crow's feet around his eyes. And maybe open the eyes just a little bit. Get this side of the eyes going. And there's a lot of pollen. I don't know if you guys are allergic out there. I know when I was young, I wasn't really allergic to anything. And now that I'm older, I'm allergic to all these trees and all these plants letting off all this stuff, this green stuff that's covering my car. All right. So we got a pretty good sneezing look right there. I'm going to try to do the hands. So let's see. Hands like here, maybe like here. Hands open like, doesn't know what to do with himself. So I'm going to draw a finger like here. And then I'm starting with the pinky. And we're going to go there. Going to go here. And I'm going to draw this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. All right. And there's our hand. All right. And if we're going to do the hand there, then his elbow is going to have to be somewhere about there. All right. And then his shoulder is going to have to be about here. Alright, and so that kind of leads into everything. I'm going to make the ear a little floppy, like the whole sneezing motion. Maybe he had a couple sneezes. This is like a follow-up sneeze. Because for some odd reason, most sneezes come in pairs or in triplets. They don't typically come in just one and done. Alright, and this one caught this guy off guard. And putting some shading around the ears to make those folds. And shading, using hatching. And there you go. All right, now I'm gonna shade a little bit more on the arms. Still going with the hatching. Hatching is really powerful stuff. Once you kind of get used to it, you can kind of just throw it in place and it just does what it's supposed to do. And then if you want to follow up with it, you can, to stretch it in more, to cut in more. You can see I'm spacing it out more, and it still creates that nice little gradient. All right, then we're going to do a little bit on his tummy. All right, and there we go. He got a belly. This elephant's got a belly. Maybe he likes his elephant food. It's funny when you see these big animals, kind of like bison and moose. These guys are like vegetarians. It's like, how are you guys so big on these veggie diets? It's crazy. It's amazing the amount of energy that they got to expel just to move those huge bodies. And yet, with those simple meal that they have, just eating all this vegetation, they're able to get all that energy they need. So, if that's a lesson for you guys, that's it. Remember to eat your vegetables. Now, I'm going to be clear with you guys. I like my hamburgers. I like my hot dogs. I got my little hot dog joint that I visit every weekend. So I do love my veggies, but I can't live without my hot dogs. Or my hamburgers. My steaks and ribs and chicken. Oh yeah. Alright, so back to this. You can see I'm doing a lot more shading and he's looking really cool. It's coming out really well. So I'm going to do this. Now, what are we missing? Oh, we're missing the other arm. What are we going to do with that other arm? So it's kind of funny when you get a drawing that you really like how it's coming out, and then you got that one last piece you got to put in place. And you're just wondering, all right, how can I put that arm in place? All this stuff just fell together. Now I just need to get that one last part right. And I'll be honest with you guys, I usually mess that one part up. I'm usually not happy with it. And it's okay. This is a quick drawing. What are we, 9 minutes in? So, we're going to do our best to get it right. But even if it doesn't come right, it's fine. That's why it's always good to draw a pencil. Because with pencil, if you're not happy, you can erase it. And I need to actually do more pencil work with you guys. The reason I haven't been doing pencil work is just because the camera doesn't capture it as well as pen. And pen also kind of just motivates me just to keep going no matter what is going on. Because I just want to deliver some content, just show you how quickly we can resolve or create the imagery we're looking for. Alright. Alright, so here we go. For that hand, we'll do the same thing. And I kind of like, this is a good spot for it. We can put it here. We can. You know what? If we put it up here, it's really dramatic, right? So this is a dramatic place to put the hand. And you can see that kind of looks good. But if we put it here, it's kind of chill and just lets this take all the attention. I could give him just 2 arms just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Alright, let's go up here, the dramatic one. Alright, and we're going to bend the thumb in like that. Alright, like that. And then we got 1 finger. And then we got another one. And then we're going to spread them because he's losing control. He lost control. You know, when you sneeze, it's like you can't help it. Now we have 3 fingers over here. So I'm going to leave 3 fingers over here. And this hand is obviously a little bit bigger. It goes back to like, right when you need it to come out right. Can it come out right, or are we going to mess it up? I don't know. It looks like we're messing it up. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and drop this arm down. Here we go. And we're going to have the elbow right about here. And then I'm going to get this guy over here to his shoulder. And I kind of wish I spread these fingers out a little bit more. But you can see what I'm talking about. Like, he's kind of like, trying to catch himself. So he's got his arm up. Actually, what I should have done is should have put this thumb over here like that, and like that. And that makes it seem like he's kind of grasping more. And yeah, I know, I kind of did mess it up. But that's okay. Because the thumb just didn't look right in the inside. And then this guy should be like here, like that. And I'm going to do a little bit of shading. More shading. And, and I'm going to outline the trunk right here. Like that. Do that. And a little bit of cross hatching. And I'm going to leave that like that. So there we go. Yucky. But we'll leave it. And then this back here, we'll just go something like this, like that, like that. That's a cool shape. That's a really cool shape. That's one reason I like drawing smoke. Just because you get to do some wild shapes like that. All right. And folks, there you have our elephant. Dun, 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 dun. A little bit of grass because he's just chilling outside, and that's where all the pollen is. Maybe a little flower. Oh, we should have had some flowers with the petals falling off. To show that he's sneezing. Yeah, I suppose if an elephant sneezes, he's going to sneeze out his trunk. Alright, so there you guys have it. There you go. You got an elephant sneezing. Anyways, I hope you guys had fun, and honestly, if you're watching these videos, put in the comments the next thing I should watch. That way, or the next thing I should draw. That way I don't have to think of it. Hope you had fun. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.